So in this video, I'm going to go over how to properly hide those cords so that you don't see them, but they're still accessible. So today I'm going to be using the Datacom flat panel TV cable organizer kit. Now, the reason I'm not using a low voltage cable plate is because you really shouldn't be burying a power cable into the wall. So really the low voltage kits are designed simply for running your HDMI cables or your coax cables or other kind of cables. So this provides a good solution in that I don't have to open up any electrical boxes. All I have to do is put this in place and then plug power into it. Now for links to this and any other tool I use in my videos, make sure you check out my Amazon store or check the links in the description below. So the first thing we need to do is take down our TV and remove any wiring. So next I'm just going to decide where I want to put my box. Now when I'm making this decision, usually it's based on what side the cables are on. I know they're on this side, and all my cables are below my bottom bracket. So I'm going to go down here, that way I still have access to it, even if the TV's up and it's easily accessible. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here in between the studs. I don't really have to look for my studs because I know I hit studs when I put it up, so I know my stud is right here. So I know I can just put the box here without any issues. But if you don't, this would be where you want your stud finder. And you can identify where your studs are at right here. But this box needs to go in between studs. Next, we'll go ahead and cut out the top and bottom plate templates, which can be found in the instructions. Next, I'm going to draw a straight line for the top of my box. This way I can make sure the template is put on their level. Then I can go ahead and place the template up against the wall and draw my lines. Now to hold the template in place, you can apply tape, though I think it's easier to just mark each side of the template and then use a level to finish drawing each line. Once I've drawn the box, I'll go ahead and put my template over the top and verify it. Now I can begin cutting out my drywall. Now to cut out the hole, you could either use a drywall knife, a simple utility knife, or in my case, I'm going to go ahead and use a multi-tool. Now we can go ahead and do the same thing for the bottom plate. Now when determining where to place the bottom plate, it is important to remember that the bottom plate should be in between the same two studs as the top plate. If the bottom plate is offset and placed in between different studs, you will have to run wire through at least one stud. Next, we're going to feed our white Romex wire back into the wall and then set the top box. Now, if you don't want to bury all the cable in the wall, you can definitely cut the Romex to length, though I would recommend leaving a few extra feet just to make sure you have enough. Now we'll go ahead and take our screwdriver and tighten down the box. Since we're only securing the box to the drywall, we want to make sure that we only use a screwdriver, as a drill could potentially over-tighten the screws and cause the box to not sit properly. Next, we're going to take our white Romex that's coming out of the wall and feed it through one of the holes on the little receptacle box. Then we're going to take our stripped wires and connect them using the push-in connectors provided. Now each wire should be labeled with the color of wire that it's going to connect to. So all you need to do is push the bare wire into the other side of the push-in connector of the wire on the label. In this case, it would be white to white, black to black, and green to the bare wire. And then once that's done, we can go ahead and remove all the labels. Next, we're going to bend our exposed wire back into the box, making sure we don't damage any of the connections. Then we're going to line up our box with the 4 small screw holes, and then use the 4 small screws that were provided to secure it down. Next, I'm going to feed my low voltage cables down through the top box. Then, before we install our lower box, we're going to feed in our low voltage cables and then push any excess cable back into the wall. Now we should be able to easily slide the lower box into the wall. Now when I cut out the lower box, I cut it a little tight, so I'm actually going to have to notch out just a little bit to get the box in. Now we can go ahead and tighten down our screws, making sure of course not to over tighten, as it could cause the box to sit improperly. Now we can go ahead and plug in our new outlet. Then we'll connect up our cables and remount our TV. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you found this video helpful, make sure you smash that like button. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you click that link below and become one. And we'll catch you on the next one.